Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Now he's forced out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Snickers. Go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Bucky Hodges, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And it's up and good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Bell. Finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On the handoff, it's Geis. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Here we go. Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And we'll be a little shy of the here at the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, gotta go. Spin. Snickers, you gotta spin.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him a gain of 37.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Snickers, 66.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They start on the ground with Geis, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground, it's Geis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run with Geis, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for John. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Space to run past the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw, and he fends him off. Forced out to his left. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He can't get him down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett able to drop him for a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Snickers, you gotta spin. 8.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a run with Geis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. It's caught. Nelson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They caught the ball free in the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Detroit! Here's Geis. And some space here. Past the there he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Geis, 45 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Hey! Kings. Black, what's up?
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Flush to his right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he's flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Hurry up, let's go!
Roethlisberger keeps it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this 2nd half. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground, Geis again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Geis receives the pitch. Oh, good footwork on the spin. There he goes again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Darius Geis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have moved out in front. And he'll bang that one through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jack 16.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
What would you have said to me if I told you in pregame that Big Ben and Antonio Brown wouldn't have hooked up until the second half?
I would say that they'd be losing, and they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got to find a way now to continue to connect and try and get their team back in this game.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Fighting through pressure. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Going up top. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation. And we'll go to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or...
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
Now Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger will throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.